Warriors have moved from the Bay Area to Denver and back to Oracle and off to San Antonio tomorrow. A lot of moving. Moving into a 5-point lead with 8:53 remaining in the first half. And look away if you don't want to see kind of an ugly twist of a man's leg. Dirk Nowitzki against the Spurs. The high ankle and knee injury. And if you love the NBA, it's just a sad sight to see a superstar go down like that. And Nowitzki still out.
Well, you want him to come back. I mean, despite, the upcoming schedule, you look at this for Dallas and hosting them next Wednesday. So you'd love to see Nowitzki come back, and play starting Thursday.
But it's interesting with Denver, the Warriors, and Dallas. We could throw up any of the remaining schedules, and you say, all of them. But for the Warriors, yes, Dirk, get well Thursday morning. That would be fine. The Warriors playing San Antonio and then playing the Mavs back-to-back. But, it's just like when Yao went down, Jim. If you love the NBA, that's not a good thing. These are they're special players, and you just want to see every team at full strength. Brandon Bass splitting free throws.
Now, Lou's a feisty little defender, but he's not going to run the club like Jason Kidd does.
Jackson with 9 now to lead the Warriors. And this is the biggest lead, and all accomplished while Baron Davis is getting great long rest.
Jackson is one of the most effortless shooters in the league.
Tyronn Lue inside. Biedrins gave ground. Monta rhythm jumper. So Ellis with 10 on 5 of 8 shooting.
Jason Kidd's coming back in. Jason Kidd, 11 and a half minutes in the first quarter, didn't even take a shot. He just made sure everybody else got theirs, and it worked pretty well for them.
Yeah, had 7 assists in Dallas's first 8 buckets. Mavericks started 8 of 10 shooting. They've been 6 of 17 since. Went for the steal. Josh Howard for the baseline and the foul. Barnes out of control with the N1.
Did the right thing, rotated over because Steven Jackson went for the steal. Made it a tough angle to get to the ball. This is the after effect. And Barnes, when you jump towards someone, they're usually not going to go left or right. They want that ball to go straight. So you want to jump to the side of them. You don't jump straight into them. It's a very good free throw shooting team. With Nowitzki in there, they're #1 in the league.
I was going to say, very good as in the best. The Mavericks shoot 81% from the line as a team.
Without Stackhouse, we want to mention that Stackhouse is a real key. Come back into the middle. Jackson goes by, and there it is.
Biedrins draw the foul. And so Andris there, but accentuate a little contact. You spin in, there's bodies in there. Make sure you get a little piece of something. Get yourself to the foul line.
Andris protects the ball here, just up in the air. Waiting for Jackson, nothing there, so he goes into the middle. Now, if he were a good free throw shooter, if he were an 80% free throw shooter, he'd get to the line more because he would push it to that limit. In other words, he would challenge people because he could create contact anytime he wants. He's trying to get the shot off, the contact comes, but he could create the contact and become a much better scorer because he'd go to the line that many more times. Oh, here's another lane violation.
We just had a Harrington instead of a Mulligan.
Okay, now you got a beatrich.
Well, Andris has that kind of Rick Sutcliffe funky delivery, and he probably induces more lane violations than any player in the league. Our producer, Vaughn Kilgore, says, call it a Biedrins. Okay. We'll call it a... Baron Davis able to rest, and the Warriors expanded on the lead. Monta Ellis will sit with 10. So Biedrins, a second opportunity. And he looked like an 80% foul shooter. Andris making them both.
Well, that helped. Harrington had missed that second one. Andris missed the second one. They all got the third attempt and made it count.
So Kidd back in, Baron back in. Barnes and Devin George. Azubuike trying to stay with Josh Howard. Azubuike holding on to him. That'll be the 5th team foul of the Warriors. And Dallas gets into the bonus with 7.5 remaining in the half. So just as you were talking about, Jim, the best free throwing team in the NBA, you do not want to let them live at the line.
And did a good job. Well, of course, they shot so well in that first quarter, but they did not shoot a free throw, the Mavericks, in the first quarter. And one of the reasons they are Nowitzki, obviously, and Stackhouse gets a lot of free throws, and Stackhouse is relegated to the bench with that little groin pull.
You know what the thing is, and I'm thinking of the kid trade while we're watching Stackhouse, and he was part of it initially and then not. Dallas threw in 2 number 1 picks, okay? The man at the foul line was the last pick in the first round.
Number 29.
And became an all-star. I don't know that I'd be throwing in extra first-round picks.
In my estimation, Bob, it was way too much. Particularly with the age of Jason Kidd. That's the qualm I have about it.
Harrington for 3. Josh Howard with a rebound, and he'll start the break himself. Dampier, a little pick and roll. Kidd still has yet to take a shot at the ball game. Howard, you want to talk about effortless. Josh Howard, that 3-point play, then the jumper. Here come the Mavs right back. Howard's got 16 to pace Dallas. Another illegal defense by the Mavericks. A technical free throw. Remember, closely guarded for 3 seconds. Otherwise, you have to kind of cleanse yourself, regard somebody, and then the count starts again. Avery Johnson talking to Sean Wright about that. That's why Don Nelson always talks about spacing. That's why it's so critical, Jim, is that if you are spaced properly, you make it real obvious for the officials if someone's trying to hide in the lane. But if you're kind of ganging together, then they can sort of guard you, sort of be on the weak side for help.
Kid just slipped right through that screen. This is going to be a tough fadeaway in the corner.
Aaron missing the 3, and Malik Allen with a rebound. Warriors 3 of 9 from beyond the arc. Kid taking it inside. Harrington sent him away. His first shot of the game is blocked. Jackson transition triple. Nobody shoots it better in the open floor than Steven Jackson from distance.
As I said last night, no one has made more in the month of March in the league than Steven Jackson.
Dallas will use a 20-second timeout. Jackson's got 13 to offset Josh Howard's 16. Monte's got 10, but Steven Jackson, if you retreat on him defensively, you got to know he's going to pull off at some point.
And when he gets a dribble in there and he steps into that shot, he can launch it from deep, deep range, and he feels very confident. One thing about it, he gets it way up in the air. He gets it up in the air and gives it a better chance to go in.
Well, after tonight, Warriors on a road trip, and we'll have radio only against San Antonio. ESPN, the national telecast versus Dallas. We'll be with you on Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area, and then ABC, a national telecast for the Warriors. So when I say check your local listings, I'm not kidding.
You better do it.
For this week in general.
What a year Chris Paul is having.
It's either he or Kobe are getting my MVP vote.
Well, number 1 in the league in assists and steals.
Skip pass to Josh Howard, the hottest Maverick there, and closed out nicely. Shot clock down to 6. Malik Allen on the baseline, having it knocked away. Jackson with the steal. Warriors a chance to run. Steven Jack again from deep, but this one's short. Aaron, new possession. Azubuike 3, and Kidd with a rebound. Looking for Dampier.
Don't need to foul him.
Dampier traveled.
That's why you don't foul him. You just let him make his move and do what he wants to do. They gave him a bone there, and it came up dry.
And the former Warrior, we've seen his game quite frequently. 6 points, 7 rebounds, 7 Dallas turnovers, only 1 for the Warriors. 5:26 remaining in the half. The Warrior lead at 7.